a lot of people say, well, I've been in the car business. I grew up in the car business. Well, I literally grew up in the business. I'm 6, 7, 8 years old. I'm at the shop already. Maybe only pushing a broom, but I thought I was, walking the talk and one of the boys of that age, right? So that just kind of it just snowballed after that. I mean,
So did you start working on cars after that?
No, my dad ended up getting a tire shop as well. So I was 15 years old working in this tire shop, and we did all sorts of tires. We did car tires, we did truck tires.
Were you like riding them up and fixing them, kind of everything?
No, at this time I was just fixing them. So I'm 15 years old doing, transport truck tires, and then my dad got into this forklift tire. He added a forklift part of the business to it, and I'm 15 years old driving around Wallaceburg, Ontario, in a 5-speed Ford F-150, going to these factories in Wallaceburg, taking out forklift tires, bringing them back to the
shop. So you were a mobile tech?
Yeah. Well,
way before it was popular.
Way before.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So, we'd mobile, we'd go to the town, we'd take the forklift tires out, bring them back to the
What
shop.
does your dad pay? What are the? I'm not sure what the laws are in Canada about child labor, but what was your dad? I'm sure there's a statute of limitations. You're not going to get him in trouble, but was he paying you a fair wage, or was it you were part of the family business and you just went to work?
Well, at the Texaco gas station, I got clean rags every day in my pocket.
You got what?
Clean rag every day from my pocket.
That was the pay?
That was my pay. I was learning the ropes.
If you had to come back, you had to use a dirty rag.
That's right, yeah.
But you got dinner, room, and board.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but at the tire shop he owned, minimum wage back then was like $7 an hour. So to me, $7 an hour at 14, 15 years old, that's a gold mine for a kid like that. Most of my buddies weren't even working.
Oh yeah, well, minimum wage when I started working was $4.25.
It's $4.25 too.
Yeah.
But Canada's a little different. So would you go to school and then work after school?
Yeah. So I did the usual. I tried to venture a little bit on my own. I started cutting grass in the summertime. I had like 13 lawns. But being like 14, 15 years old, I'm like, that's way too hot to cut lawns. And then besides that, I missed being in the shop with my dad too. So that kind of fizzled out, and I went back to working with my dad. And then, just the interest in the business started coming along, and then he started introducing, I started watching the way he interacted with the customers, because he was starting to venture from being the technician into the management side of it. So for me, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to be a mechanic at the time. I knew that I wanted to be in the business. I knew I loved it. And the paychecks were always really good, and I ventured off. I finished high school, and it's like, I got accepted to fire college, and I thought to myself, I'm just gonna take a year off.
What's fire college?
So in Canada, it's to be a firefighter.
Oh, okay.
They have an actual college that literally trains you to be a firefighter. And I got accepted, and that was what I wanted to be. Growing up, this kind of in the back of my brain, I wanted to be a firefighter, but still the business was still at the forefront. I felt like I'll take the year off, save some money up, and then I'll make my decision.
Now, like most kids in Canada, you're also huge into beach volleyball. Did you ever consider a career in that?
I have a body for a beach volleyball player, for sure.
You meant hockey.
Yeah.
So this kind of starts to bring us to our story, and to the point is, you, like most of us, decided to forego college for a minute to work a year. So you're like, I'm gonna take a year and I'm gonna work, and then you never ended up going to college because you made more money than all your friends that graduated college.
This is the thing, take the year off, you're making buttloads of money at that age, 17, 18 years old, lube tech. Your buddies they're all in school. Yeah, you're right, you don't have jobs, but you had the money on that Friday night to go out and party and do your extracurricular activities, right? And my buddies didn't have that money. So, the business I'm telling you, it just wraps you. And it's hard not to love the business. It really is. For me, you can never get enough. And the ceiling in this business is so high. You work your butt off. There's nothing you can't accomplish in this business. And the income could be astronomical.
Yeah. And so the first point that we have is the thing that you realized early on that we all did is you can create your own path in this business. That if you work harder, you're more committed, you end up, just kind of moving up and
Yeah.
being successful by default.
Yeah, and I think for me, I had a pretty good path laid out for me by being able to follow my dad's shadow growing up as a kid, right? And I think we all get, we all follow that path, and we're in that shadow for so long, and and I think it really gives us guidance.
Yeah, for sure.
To what we want to do, right? And that's kind of where I feel like today when I look back, man, it's been a really good run, and I learned a lot of lessons.
It'd be so interesting to have your dad on here with you. I'm dying to meet your dad, actually. All the
To see what his
conversations and
perspective is.
all the things that you've said about your dad, I would love to meet him. Thanks so much for watching this clip of Service Driving Revolution. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.